What up, everybody? It's your boy Adam. I'm back. It's day 19 of Rise and Grind. And it's more. The problem is the rise, it's not the grind. Yesterday I did a video later in the day after I had done some things. And mostly yesterday was all about getting caught up on keeping track of my money and finances and all that stuff. And then I shot a video for you guys, and then I wanted to do some other stuff, and I don't know, I had a headache, something in my neck, like it was like more of a muscular thing, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna go lay down for a minute. That turned into, I woke up, it was 11:30 at night. So from 6 to 11:30 at night, I slept, I woke up, I was hungry, I had some cheese and crackers, just something easy. Went back to bed at 12:30, and then I slept until 10 a.m. today. So that, like, this whole challenge, for me, the biggest challenge of my life right now is energy. Like, I know what it's from. It's from, excuse me, I gotta get some coffee in me, I can't talk. Ooh. Oh boy. Anyway, I just feel, oh my god, dude, holy shit, I'm gonna have to start over. I don't know what's going on. Can I talk now? Test, 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna keep rolling. I've given it, you know, I'm 100% convinced that all of the trouble that I have with my energy, sleep, waking up late, being tired all the time, it's all pointing back to recovering from trauma. And because I got myself into a situation where things got stable and things got safe, safe. That's the best way to put it. From August 12th, 2022, all the way up to June 1st, 2025. So almost 3 years. Almost 3 years of fight or flight, like fists clenched, ready to fucking throw down or ready to run. Fight or flight. Constant, never ending, not even for 1 second of my life could I just relax. Not even for 1 second. And I finally got into a place where I could. I remember the first day I moved into this place, the feeling of, like, I sat in a chair and just was like, oh God, boom, out, cold. And then some money fell out of the sky. You know, miracles do happen, and I talk about that a lot on this channel. And money just fell out of the sky at me and allowed me to go buy a car within a couple of months, June, July, August. Yeah, like 2.5 months. So I had 2.5 months of riding my bicycle and still just wearing myself down. And then I got a car, and things just felt really safe and stable, and just finally I can just relax. And ever since, I've been struggling on it's kind of like an ebb and flow. It's not every single day, but I have noticed since, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, 7 months, I've been having a really difficult time having energy and if I'm allowed to sleep in, I'm sleeping in. Like, no doubt. Nobody's coming after me if I don't get out of bed at 6 in the morning. And so I'm a night person to begin with, so that's already difficult. But days like yesterday, where I did a video with you guys at 6, I felt fine. After the video was done, I think it was like 6:30. It hit me like that, like out of nowhere. I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, I need to rest. I need to just lay down for a second. I laid down. I was gone. Out. All of a sudden, I open my eyes. It's dark outside. I look at the clock. It's 11:30 at night. And I'm like, oh my God, I should just... But now I'm awake. And I couldn't get myself to go back to sleep. So I ate a little snack, which I shouldn't do that late at night. But my eating is all over the place. Everything is just chaotic, and I can't get I can't like live by a rigid structure. I never have been in my whole life. I've never been able to do that, and I just have to try and find a way that works for me. But you get that guilty feeling like, oh my God, I wanted, like, that was 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 hours. I wanted to do some stuff. That's gone. I slept that away. And then I was like, well, you may as well just get some rest. You obviously need it. So after I ate, I watched a little telly, and I popped 3 of these melatonin gummies. Boom, out cold. And then I couldn't get out of bed until like 10 a.m. So that's 5 hours of sleep plus, if it was 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.5 hours plus the 5, like that's like 14 hours of sleep with a 1 hour wake up in the middle. And I'm still like dragging. Like it's bad. And everybody's got their opinions. Oh, you need to take this vitamin or do this or eat that or go see this doctor. Yeah, like you can go see a fucking doctor in America anymore unless you're rich. Like, just fucking forget about that. That ain't happening. Health insurance. Pfft, yeah, right. Like, somebody in my position can do that. Yeah, I don't need to be $192,000 in debt because I went to see a doctor and he gave me a pill. Like, whatever, dude. That's not happening. I gotta figure it out myself. If I broke my arm again, I wouldn't even go to the fucking doctor. They didn't even do anything the last time I broke an arm and waited 8 weeks to go to the doctor. They're like, oh, take an x-ray. Oh, go work out. Fix it yourself. Here's a bill for $900. You fucking piece of shit. Like, whatever, dude. The healthcare system in this country, fuck it, man. That's not the subject of this video, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I hate doctors. I hate that whole system. They can all go choke on a dick. I'll figure it out myself. If I can't, then I'll die. And at this point, give a fuck about. I'm not killing myself, first of all, because, in my experience with the government, I am like and the things that I say since I got out of the prison, I am the guy that somebody's going to show up in the back with a gun to the back of my head in the middle of the night, put 2 bullets in and say I killed myself. So, it didn't happen. That didn't happen. Just so you know, when that day comes, that's not what happened. But at the same time, like, whatever, dude. If I'm on my way to the bakery and some scumbag in a Dodge Ram lifted up pickup truck decides I'm in his way on my bicycle, fine, I'm out, whatever. It's been real, folks. Like, if that's how they do it, whatever, dude. I don't care anymore. But I'm not going to the doctor, so you just cross that off. I'll have to figure it out. food. But in spite of all that, I know that this is all, I'll call it PTSD from everything that I went through that's just delayed and it's caught up to me. And there are days where I drag, and I always feel this weight pushing down. It feels like, you ever walk in shallow water? Like, how fast can you walk? When I go on a hike, I walk 3 miles an hour. That's my average speed when I walk. Life in general and just moving and doing everything right now, it feels like I'm walking through waist-deep water. Like I'm at the beach or I'm at a lake or something, and I'm going for a walk, but the water's up to my waist. And how much will that slow you down? That'll slow you down to about half a mile an hour. Or if you can do 3 miles an hour, you're putting out 20 times the power wattage, if you're measuring it in watts, than you would walking through the air. Hold on, there's a fruit fly kind of swirling around. As soon as he walks in front of me at the right spot, or flies, he's getting blasted with this. Those fruit flies are going away. It's like they're just kind of, there's a few stragglers that won't just go die in the traps. But they're not, like I go bang on the side of the pot where my plants are, and they don't go flying out of the pot where the plants are anymore. So like they're on their way out. But there's a few stragglers, and that's just, we'll get them. Get these motherfuckers. But anyway, so that really kind of like, so yesterday on a scale of 1 to 10, I gave it a 5. That's about the lowest. I've gone 5, 6, and 7s. I didn't feel like I wanted to give it a 4 because I actually did stuff yesterday. And but my ratings have been 5, 6, or 7. And I've only given myself 1, 2, 3 7s so far, early in this grind challenge. I'm more than halfway through. It's day 19 today. I got up late, decided not to do laundry again. I have to get laundry started before 10 a.m. or it's not even going to happen. One load of laundry, because I know I've talked about this ad nauseum, but it's about an hour to an hour and a half of going back and forth to the bathroom to where the laundry thing is in the bathtub. And then I have to hang it all up in my room like all ghetto style. Put a fan in front of it, let the fan blow on the ghetto indoor clothesline until the clothes dry. And so if I don't get started by 10, if I don't do it by 10 a.m., if I don't get started by 10 a.m., it's like, forget it, tomorrow. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I got to do 1 load a day until it's done starting tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, because I do need clothes for the gym. I don't even really need clothes for the gym tomorrow. I really could go another 3 days without doing it. I have plenty of clothes for the gym. The gym, like at some point, I'm going to need clothes for the gym. The thing I'm running out the most right now is just sitting around the house. I put on these athletic shirts for these videos because that's just, that's like my style for you guys. Like Steve Jobs has his stupid black sweater and a pair of jeans, and probably if you went to Steve Jobs' closet, he'd have 150 of these black sweaters lined up or folded in a drawer. Probably only wears them once and then throws them away or sends them to the thrift store. And 150 pair of the same color jeans. And so like that's what my shelf looks like. I've got so many of these athletic shirts that I don't like wearing them though outside of working out, riding my bike, and sitting on YouTube that's what I wear. But otherwise I want cotton. Cotton feels a lot more comfortable than these. So I'm running out of my cotton lounge around the house clothes. But I'm not going to wear my ghetto ass, 10-year-old Star Wars t-shirt with the holes in it and, on YouTube. So, at some point I'll run out of something and I'll need to do laundry and it'll be like, that's it, gotta do it. That's the number one thing that I want to fix or change when I move into a new home. If I could find a way to do laundry here without the way I do it right now, like if they made something for an apartment like this that would work. They make little dryers, and I have a spot where I could put it, but it's a dryer that runs on a regular power outlet, and you can only do like a tiny handful of clothes, and it takes forever to dry. So it's like they're kind of pointless, and they vent out into the room that you're sitting in, so it's going to be blowing hot air out into the room I'm in. On top, like it's a no. I looked into that and I'm like, no, it doesn't really seem like that would be anything but problems. People generally don't like them. But the washing machine thing, that's fine. It does its job. So I did spend some time yesterday just poking around, looking for different places. I've done enough homework to know what I can find for what price. It's either basically like here in Texas and outside the city of Houston, outside the city, the best options I'm seeing are like mobile homes. Whether it's a mobile home on someone's land or in a park or whatever, but for the monthly, for the amount of space, etc., to either rent or buy one. Honestly, the monthly cost of renting versus buying one's about the same, but there's pros and cons to either. Obviously, if you buy one, if something breaks, it's on you. But it's not like it should be a little bit easier than a house to maintain. But in the city, basically, I'd have to live in the fucking ghetto with bars on my windows and bars on the door, and I can't have a gun, so, like, what do I do when the gangsters show up with their bouncing cars and shit and they want to fucking rob me? Can't do it. I'm like, oh, here you go. You might want to turn off your bouncing car for a minute while you drive down. There's some expensive glassware in that box that you're leaving with. You might not want it to get shaken apart and broken when you drive back to the hood. So that basically anything that says Ward at the end of the name of the neighborhood, like the 9th Ward, the 15th Ward, whatever, that's what I could afford. I can afford the Ward. Or I can move the fuck out of town and move into like a trailer home. I could be trailer trash. Maybe I could start my own, maybe I could have my own show where I get famous because I live in a trailer park and walk around with a glass of rum and coke all day. Or my best friend could do that. Looks just like Julian, but maybe I could drive around in a broken down jalopy with a sunroof that was cut out with a Sawzall. I don't know. Figure it out. But that's kind of where I live right now. It's a single wide trailer that was gutted out and remodeled, and space was just kind of opened up into a big open space. I could move into something better with laundry hookups and whatnot. And there's apartments But if I had to live in a building with other people, sharing walls or sharing a ceiling floor, or that sucks balls. That's such a horror. I haven't done that in so long. Every time I've ever done that, it turns into a shit show. I would rather live in a small house by myself without sharing any walls or ceilings or floors with other people than to live in something like that. If the price is the same, I'm gonna go with being the fuck alone. And I mean, there are houses around in different places. In fact, there are some really, really sweet places that are way outside the city that I keep seeing pop up. I'm like, oh, that is sweet. And then I look at where it is. It's literally right on the other side of a county line that I'm not allowed to cross while I'm on probation. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in this one area. And it's literally like a mile or less past the county line where I'm not allowed to go. There's places along this lake shore. The western side of the lake I'm allowed to go to. The eastern side of the lake would be a violation of my probation to go over there. All the good places are on the east side of that lake. In the next county. And so that kind of the messed up thing is I'm at the northern limit of this federal district, so I'm surrounded by counties I'm not allowed to go to. But I can go as far south. I can go all the way down to the Mexican border and go down to Laredo and come back if I want to. Corpus Christi, and I can go like 2-3 counties in from the coast, but I can't go very far. And all this shit is north. All the good places with a little bit of land and some space and a good price and a decent, a house that's not falling apart, surrounded by a bunch of gangsters and bouncing cars driving around playing mariachi music all night, and bass that makes the trunk go brrr, 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 when they fucking drive by. I can't, but whatever. When the time is right, oh my God, this fly, I'm gonna get him. He's got to fly like right in front of me in this space here, and I'll hit him. As soon as I hit him with this, he's like, ah, that's it. But I don't want to spray. I can't spray the wall with this because it's rubbing alcohol, and I don't want to hit my computer with it, even though rubbing alcohol is pretty safe on electronics, but I just don't want to get all the droplets on my screen. So I got to be like, psst, I got to hit it just right at the right angle. And they know that I'm on them. As soon as I get ready to take them out, they're like, oh, we better get out of here. Then they'll wait until I let my guard down, and all of a sudden they'll just start flying in front of me again. If I could just have some sort of thing that repels them and just makes them go away. Maybe citronella. Maybe I need a citronella candle that just sits here but then that's going to be soot. Those things throw up some black smoke and it's going to leave. It's not going to be good for indoors. Maybe they have indoor citronella candles that you can burn that don't leave soot. That, because you're going to get a big black mark on your ceiling or the wall or something from that. Because that shit's meant for the outdoors. But maybe they got an indoor, maybe Amazon. Maybe I'll look into that today. But, so today, what have I done? Day 19, it's early. Well, it's not even early anymore. That's crazy. I'm looking at the time, and I'm going to do a YouTube live stream tonight on top of shooting this video. So I'm like, I can't even make sense of the day anymore. The one thing that some of these exercise videos are trying to prompt me to do is get up early and just go outside and go for a walk. And I should do it. Now my buddy, my best friend, he lives in a cul-de-sac neighborhood, and so whenever he feels like going on a walk, he can just throw in his headphones and just go walk around each walk around there's a circuit. He's got like a little circuit that he does. I think it's a mile and a half or something. I think 4 laps is 5 miles or something. I can't remember, but something like that. It's at least, it might even be like 2 miles per loop or something. It takes a minute to go around that neighborhood, but it's all nice sidewalks, and it's all, safe, and you're not got to worry about getting hit by a car and that kind of stuff. So I kind of have that here, but there's 2 things that I can't stand on my road. There's the shoulder. My hand is wider than the shoulder of this road. So even when I go to the mailbox and I open up the mailbox to get the mail, the lid for the mailbox sticks out into the road. I could get hit by a car going to my mailbox. Like, these fucking roads in Texas are ridiculous. Like, no shoulder at all. Come on, dude. Whoever fucking designs this shit should be drug out. They should be hanged. After going through the court process and, being found guilty and all, I gotta watch what I say. But, it's bad. So, in order to get to the safe streets to walk, and they don't even have sidewalks, but at least, people don't go driving through like crazy through there. I've got to walk on this one road with no shoulders, and people get shitty. And there's no shoulder on the road, and to the other side of me, there's a big drainage ditch that's like, 10, 20 feet deep on either side of the road. And so I'm like, what are you? And then people in some dickwad in a Dodge Ram lifted up pickup truck comes barreling down the road, honking his horn and screaming and yelling at you because you're getting my way, motherfucker, you're in my way. And so I can't stand that shit. And I have to walk a certain distance dealing with that just to get to the quiet street to walk. Okay, so fine, keep making excuses. But that it makes it not pleasant to do. And that's another thing, that it's not a requirement, but the next time I move, the street that I live on is fairly quiet. The speed limit's like 35 or something like that, so people don't go flying through here. And it's not like you hear cop cars and sirens and all the crazy shit. The last place I lived, I couldn't even do a YouTube video without you guys hearing all the shit in the background. Here, it's a lot more chill, but that road still sucks. And there's a park at the end of my street. I could drive, but then to drive down there, I may as well go to the gym. If I'm going to get in the car and drive somewhere, I may as well go to the gym. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like what works. What will motivate me to get up in the morning and go outside and do something? None of this, nothing that is like available to me really makes me want to get up. That's what it boils down to. I don't want to go for a bike ride. I don't want to do anything in the morning. It's not fun here. Where my friend lived, we would kind of go for a walk around his neighborhood in the morning sometimes, and sometimes I'd just be dragging my ass out of bed, and he'd be like, "Hey, we'll go for a walk." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And get a little bit of that fat burn going. Here, the going to the end of the street to the park, taking the back streets, and then doing the loop around the park and coming back, that's 7 miles. That's a little bit too much for first thing in the morning. That's going to wipe you out for the rest of the day. So it's got to be like that, under an hour. Just enough to wake yourself up, burn some fat, and make it so when you come back, you can still get things done. And so there's that. And then there's gangs of wild dogs on this road. Like, they're crazy. And this one fucking dog, I'm about, if I was allowed to, I'd already be carrying a machete. because I'd cut this fucking dog's head off. Because this dog comes at me every time, and it's like, I've kicked it. Like, not in the face, but I've kicked it like almost like Beavis and Butthead doing their fucking dance or whatever. But I'll just swing my leg at this fucking dog. Because it comes running. It comes barreling at me. Teeth out. Like, it's gonna bite me one of these days. And I'm gonna fucking kill it with my bare hands. I will fucking kick that dog in the face. I'll knock that dog out. There's a few other dogs that come after me, and because there's like I said, these fucking certain kind of people. We're just gonna leave it at that. They just have dogs, but they don't give a fuck about them, and so they're basically just it's like the neighborhood stray dog gang. That each stray dog basically has its own yard where the owner, I guess, feeds it sometimes, and that's where it goes to get the shit kicked out of it by the owner. And like all these dogs are fucked up. Like they look like wild dogs, but they roam this neighborhood in a pack. And I'm telling you, just this morning, I could hear, when I hear people driving by my house laying on the horn, yelling out the windows, beep, 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 the fuck out of the road, beep, 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 beep. I can look out the window and see the dogs blocking the road because they just hang out in the road. A lot of the dogs have broken legs. They're, like, the dog will be walking around on 3 legs with another leg just hanging there. Like, it's fucking crazy. So I got to deal with that. Every time I go for one of these hikes or one of these walks, and it's only really this one dog. And I'm like, do I carry some bear spray? Do I get some pepper spray? I would have shot it. I would have shot this fucking dog by now if I could carry a gun. I'd have just been, you know what, bitch? Out. Lights out. And then I'd have to deal with that. The aftermath. But I would have shot this dog by now, for sure. And probably would have been in my rights to do so as long as I'm legally allowed to do it. Carry a gun. So, but yeah, you got to deal with the gang of stray dogs that roam this neighborhood, and just they come into my yard. They go everywhere around here. But I don't know. I would love it if that one dog would get hit and just run over by the guy in the Dodge Ram pickup truck. Could be useful for once, and run over this one fucking dog, and I'd be like, see it. I can't stand that fucking thing. So every time I walk in front of that one house, I gotta watch out for that one dog, because it is gonna bite me, and then it's gonna die, because I am gonna fuck it up. It's not that big of a dog, but it's big enough that if it bit you, it's gonna draw blood. And it's vicious. It's not playing. The only way I can get it to not bite me is to stand my ground and scream at the top of my lungs and take a swing with my leg in front of it when it gets close. And then it's like, whoa, 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 and because it doesn't know what to do at that point. But if you were just like anybody else walking down the road, if you're not willing to stand your ground, that dog's gonna fuck you up. And so I hate that. So it's like all these different reasons why I don't want to fucking go do the walk in the morning, because it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm out getting fresh air. It's like I'm dodging traffic. I got this gang of wild dogs to fucking deal with. You know what I mean? It's not fun. It's not fun. And so, like, these are also things that I would like to scope out when I move, when I go find a new place to live. Looking up and down the road, are there any wild dogs? Like, what are the neighbors like? What kind of people live around here? Are they the kind of people that would have wild dogs living in their fucking yard that they just kind of feed once in a while and beat them with a baseball bat so that they're mean? Like, is that the kind of clientele that lives in this neighborhood? Number 2, can I walk up and down my street without getting run over by some piece of shit in a lifted up Dodge Ram pickup truck who's gonna be 3 minutes late getting home to beat the shit out of his wife because I'm in his way? Or can I just walk down the street in peace? Like, is it a street that's got traffic zipping by, zipping by, zipping by? There's a brand new mobile home park around the corner from here, and all the houses look I'm going to call them they all look nice, whatever you want to call them. Do you want to call that a house? Do you want to call it a trailer? I don't know what you call that. But they're all nice. They're modern. They have really nice, granite marble countertop kitchens with vents and, good appliances, dishwashers, like very nice layout, ready to move in. Jacuzzi bathtubs and some of, like they're nice. Master bedroom with a jacuzzi tub, 2 sinks and a shower, and then like another bathroom for the other people with a shower stall or a bathtub / shower or whatever. Like they're nice layouts, and I've looked at I've seen a bunch of the photos of them. And I thought about, just because like for what they're charging per month, it's not that much more than I'm paying now. It's not even twice as much. And I would own that home. You end up paying for the lot that you sit it on, but at some point you can just pick up your thing and move it to your own land if you want. But that becomes a big complicated fucking thing. It's not, I don't know if that's what I want to do. But it was right around the corner. I'm like, why not go look at them? They just showed up. It was empty land for the longest time. And then I just noticed these things start popping up in there. So they're brand new. No one's ever lived in any of them. But the reason why I decided not to is it's on this busy road. And I already know what that's like. So you're going to be sitting, even if your place is nice, all you're going to hear 24 hours a day is loud-ass traffic driving by, semi-trucks and cars and ambulances and fire trucks and cops just constantly never fucking stop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even at 3 in the morning, it's going to be non-stop noise. And so I'm like, you know what? That's not an upgrade. I mean, it's not worth it. So I just figure when it's time to go, it's time to go. God's going to let me know. And he's going to make it like, here you go, dude. Here's a great place for you. And he's just going to put it in front of me. And I'm going to go look at it. And I'm going to be like, yeah. And he's going to give me the means to make it happen. And it's all just going to fall into place. I don't really have to worry about it. But I do have to actually look. Like, I don't think it's just going to fall out of the sky one day. There's a house that I walk by in the neighborhood over here, the quieter streets. It has a for rent sign in front of the house. And it's been like that for 2-3 months now. And all it has is a phone number. And I keep looking on Facebook Marketplace and other places to see, like, okay, what the fuck does he want to rent it for? Because I don't even want to call the phone number and get into a conversation just to hear him go, oh, it's $3,000 a month. Like, I don't even want to get into that shit. I don't even want to talk to somebody. Just put the fucking price on the goddamn sign, for one. If he didn't put the price on the sign, it's probably too high. That's why nobody's moved into it. Because, yeah, they all see the sign and they're like, how much? Fuck it, I'm not calling him. Put it on Facebook. You go on Facebook, it's not listed. It's not listed. I haven't seen a listing for this house anywhere. So I don't understand what's going on there, but I really don't feel like calling. I have a photograph of the sign. I could call the number, but I just have a feeling it's not the place. It checks off some boxes. It's a quiet neighborhood. It's got a yard. It's different. I really don't want to live in the suburbs. I want to live out in the country. I want to live where the hillbillies, like the true hillbillies, live. I want to get as far away from the city as I can and still have a functional life. I don't like living anywhere in the city. The suburbs are worse than the city, but Houston's a fucking dump. Unless you're rich. And then if you're rich, you get to live in some sort of gated community where the gangsters in the bouncing cars can't bounce over the fucking fence and get into your shit. So I'm good. I just gotta wait it out, see what happens. I'm in no hurry. I just got some more stuff on Amazon yesterday to tidy up my place and make my place more homely and make it feel more comfortable and more, just make me feel like I'm home when I'm home, and just make me feel like I like living here. So I'll keep doing that. I'll keep making my space better. I'll keep making, I'll keep doing what I got to do to upgrade, even if it's small little things, like add a little shelf here to put some stuff on, and just, small things like that. I want to put up some of my photography on the walls here at some point. I've been holding off on that because I don't want, I might just pack up and move. And how many more holes do I want to put in? How many more things do I want to hang up? But at least with those, I can leave the hooks or whatever in for the next tenant. But either way, it's like, what do I want to? How complicated do I want to make my next move, and how much do I want to keep doing here? But at the same time, it's very much. I'm just tired. I'm tired, and I'm just. I want to get out of the suburbs. I want to get farther away. Because I can always drive into the city. I don't care about driving. Anywhere I gotta go, I can go. But my peace and quiet comes from living out where there's peace and quiet. I've done the city thing, I've done the suburb thing, I've done the out in the middle of nowhere thing, and I'm an out in the middle of nowhere guy. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to be around all this bullshit in the city. So we'll see what happens. Today, just to wrap up this video, I had a YouTube meeting with the creator community of elite content creators that I am now a member of, an elite member with 1,200 subscribers. And so I took that as an opportunity to sit and update my YouTube channel and get some of these videos keyworded and meta tagged and posted. So that video, that went on for an hour, and I was able to get 4 of the videos meta tagged, keyworded, thumbnailed up, and live for the channel members for no ads. And so 2 of them will go live tomorrow for the peasant class, where you'll have to watch them with ads. I did put one up, and I forgot to turn on the ads, so some of you got to see it with no ads for free without being a channel member, so a little bonus for you. But I'll put 2 up a day for the regular folks until I get all caught up. And so I've got 1 sitting there in the queue that hasn't been meta tagged and ready to go, and then this one will get uploaded, and that will be sitting there. But I did 4 in an hour. That wasn't too bad during this YouTube meeting. But I was also listening to the YouTube meeting. I don't really participate and really dig in too much, because it's just like I keep saying, it's not my crowd. It's not my crowd. Like, I could talk about me and being shadow banned, and like just telling the story of, yeah, I went to federal prison for a Twitter post for 2 years and wound up homeless. That pretty much gets the whole room to go, oh, what's he doing here? He's not one of us, right? I just don't fit in. I just don't fit in. It's fine. That, let alone talking about politics or whatever to the blue-haired woke mafia. It's not going to go over well. I'm not a MAGA. I'm not in the red hat retard cult MAGA, but I'm definitely not part of the blue-haired COVID cult either. I'm my own guy, so I don't get along. It's hard to find my tribe, and YouTube's not helping me find my tribe, being shadow banned and not letting me find my own people. But the one thing I learned during this meeting today was that when you go into YouTube Studio and you look at your analytics, now they have an AI, but of course they have an AI bot now. So YouTube Studio Analytics has an AI chat bot now that you can talk to about your channel and your analytics, and helping you get insights into your metrics and whatnot. And so I was like, well, fuck, let's see how it goes. And so I jumped in and I said, how come I'm shadow banned? That was the first question I asked the AI bot. And of course the thing fucking gaslights you. YouTube does not shadow ban people and blah blah. Of course, even though that's commonly believed, we don't shadow ban. Shut the fuck up. And then I said, it gave me some bullshit gaslighting, regurgitated answer that you would get out of a human being there, the same response. And so I said, well, I know 6 different content creators with all different subscriber counts, all describing the same exact thing, that when they say something wrong that YouTube doesn't like, their subscriber count stays locked at the exact same number for the next 6 months. And mine's been 19 months. And so I just kept going back and forth with the bot. And the bot, so eventually I got the bot to tell me what I've been saying to you guys all along. The reason why I got 1,200 subscribers in a span of 60 days was because I was homeless, and a bunch of people started watching my videos because they wanted to see if I'd wind up living under the bridge in Jamestown sucking dick for crack rocks. And when I became, when I got stable and I found a place to live and I got jobs and I started making income and started taking care of myself, they're like, oh, fuck that. We don't want to watch that anymore. That's exactly what the fucking AI bot told me went wrong with my channel, that I would have blown up if I was living under the bridge sucking dick for crack. But because I got my life together, nobody wants to watch that. And so your fucking viewership just went off a cliff because that's boring and people don't want to see that. So that's what the fucking bot told me today. Is the reason why my channel stopped growing and why nothing happens anymore. You should have just went under the bridge and started sucking dick for crack. You'd be making tons of money now. And you'd be able to buy a lot more crack with the money that you get every month from YouTube. So, there you go, people. There you go. People don't go watch NASCAR races to watch a bunch of fucking hillbillies drive around in a circle. They go watch NASCAR to see a bunch of hillbillies get into a car crash. Bam, into the wall. Yeah, that's why they're there. They're not there to watch these people drive around in a fucking circle for 5 hours with no crashes. They don't. If they made NASCAR safer, I think they did make NASCAR safer, and then people stopped going because they're like, fuck this. They don't crash it anymore, and they don't die. Dale Earnhardt died, and they had to make everything safe. Ding dang doo, Dale Earnhardt died, right? They gotta make everything safe. And now nobody wants to go watch NASCAR anymore. Why? Because people aren't dying in crashes and catching on fire and having cars blow up anymore. So it's the same thing with YouTube. If you're homeless and everybody's thinking, oh my God, this guy's going to be moving under the bridge to start sucking dick for cocaine and crack. Well, they're like, come on, man, come on, he's almost there, he's almost there. And then you get your keys, you get a place to live, you get yourself a car, you get a job. They're like, fuck that shit, I'm out. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. That's what the bot told me. So, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just get rid of this place. Maybe quit the fucking job. Maybe violate my probation, go back to prison for a bit. I could get used to sucking dick while I'm in prison. Then I could get out, move downtown Houston in a cardboard box and start sucking dick for crack rocks. And my YouTube channel will blow the fuck up. I'll be Mr. Beast will look pale in comparison to the numbers I'll be driving. But all my money's gonna go to crack at that point. So I'm never gonna, it's like, what do? Go get a place to live and lose all your YouTube money, or get your act together and be poor? I don't know. So these are the choices that are being presented to me right now based on the AI analytics bot from YouTube. So I got to figure that out, figure out what my next move is there. Would it be better to be homeless? Would I make more money being homeless than I'm doing right now? Would it all work out in the end? I don't know. So, And like I said, I've got to do this YouTube live stream in a few hours. I picked a subject that I can talk about for 3 hours, no problem. I'll dig deeper into the analytics bot during that live stream. And there's something I want to do to my X account in terms of like how much will I get done today. I don't know. I'm gonna be grinding it out until probably 11 o'clock tonight. No problem, no doubt about that. Even cooking food is becoming a hassle. Like I'm half tempted to just start getting these meal delivery things instead of going grocery shopping. Something I can just toss in the oven or whatever and just eat. Or just try to pick things like more sandwiches and stuff that I don't have to cook anymore. Like I'm just kind of like, everything's just kind of like, right? I want to cook, but I don't know, man. Everything's just time. That's what today's live stream is about. Actually, is are we all living in a time warp? Are we all just we're all running around in a sea of chaos and we don't even know what to fucking do with ourselves, and we're all going to lose our jobs to a bunch of AI bots while these crooked ass CEOs are kicking it at like this one I saw on LinkedIn. This one CEO was sitting in a lounge chair at this Coachella music festival and he fired 4,000 people with an email that he sent from his fucking chair at the music festival. Like this is what we're dealing with now. We're all gonna be fucking homeless, surrounded by a bunch of empty houses owned by the banks. Exactly, Thomas Jefferson said that to us when he was president. He said if these fucking banksters continue manipulating the economy like they do, we're all gonna wake up homeless on the continent that our fathers conquered. And they're in it. They're on it right now. What in the hell? Something's getting delivered to somebody. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm getting some YouTube, or maybe I'm getting some Amazon love right now. I don't know. I can't even keep track of this stuff anymore. Oh. Wait, that's some shit that says something was delivered. I didn't see anybody deliver this. Oh, there it is, right in front. Somebody delivered a package while I was talking to you guys. I didn't even know. Huh, that's pretty funny. That's awesome. All right. Anyway, so anyway, I want to mess with my X account. It is growing. X is actually growing, and it's growing without me doing anything right now, other than leaving a smart ass comment here and there on people's posts and acting like a total dickhead. I'm closing in on 500 followers on X. Like, it took, I couldn't even get to 100 followers in 2 fucking years. But then after I got to 100, it started to kick up a little bit. But now it's like once you get to 1,000, it'll just grow on its own. It's one of those, you can't be popular until you're already popular situations. Because people will see your account and they'll be like, oh, this loser's only got 400 followers. I'm too good for that. I'm not following him. I'm not gonna click that button to like what he posted because he's not big enough. But when you have 1,000, there's like this magic number. Now you have social proof that you're worth the click on that like button all of a sudden. And then it starts to grow from there. And this is what I've been told over and over and over again. You've got to get to 1,000 and then it just kind of takes off. But the problem with X is that anything that you post on your own timeline will not be seen by anybody. Even the people that follow you will never see anything that you post on your own timeline. So I am going to set up X has the ability to schedule your timeline in advance, but the UI around it's garbage. It sucks, and it's hard to maintain. It's hard to use. I've tried it before, and it took a lot of time to set up a month's worth of posts, and then they just kind of churned. They all went up when they were supposed to, but When you post, like, so with even with almost 500 followers, if I post a meme, a really good meme on my timeline, it won't even get viewed by 10 people. It won't even get 10 views. It won't even get 10 eyeballs to see it. So to get like views, you have to have like 1 million followers before anything that you post on your own shit gets seen. X is designed for anybody with a low follower count to be suppressed and never seen by anybody. Even the people that follow you will never see it. So the way that people grow their X account, and I'm just telling you this, if you're there and you're trying to do it yourself, the only way to grow, and I've seen this, and I've been told specifically by people directly, and I've been told by people who just talk about this stuff through videos and just, who I don't know personally, but have heard them say this. You can grow your X account by commenting, leaving funny ass comments or dickhead comments or being ridiculous by posting comments to other people's posts, other people who are popular. And you can even set alerts. You can target certain accounts that get tons of traffic. So when Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, posts some dumb bullshit post about I'm doing a great job, I'm going to be on Fox News today or whatever, I'll get an alert. Pam Bondi so if that alert pops up and I can get in there within like 30 seconds to a minute and put a meme in there that says Pam Bondi's a dumb cunt or something, and something funny, hey, what about them Epstein files, bitch? And it's like when you click on these fucking people, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, all these fucking dirtbags, every single time they post something on X, what do you see in the replies to that post? You're a fucking scumbag, you're a traitor, do your fucking job, get off Fox News, you dumb fucking bimbo. What about the Epstein files? What about the Epstein files? What about the Epstein files? Epstein, 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 Epstein times 1,000. Talk about not being able to read the fucking room when these people post, because they're getting fucking blasted every time they post anything on Twitter, X, whatever you're calling it. They get completely fucking destroyed in the comments. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, you dumb bimbo. What about the Epstein files? Why are you letting billionaires rape kids, you fucking cunt? Blah, blah, blah. So, if you can get in there early and you pay for the premium subscription on X, your comment will be at the very, very top of her post. So if I can get in there with a, hey, how about them Epstein files meme? Some sort, I've got a dozen of them just for her account. So if I can throw one of those in there right after she posts something, then when you see replies, my thing is first. Because it's all about timing and whether you're a premium user or not. And then that comment, I had a comment about Erica Kirk surrounded by fireworks saying everybody grieves differently or something, like she's in the 6th stage of grief, merch, fireworks, and all the other stages of grief that bitch is going through with her, having a fireworks display every time she walks on a stage in a tight leather outfit because she's grieving her dead husband, whatever. I left a comment like that on somebody else's post. It's up to like 600,000 views, and people are still liking it to this day, and the thing's like 4 months old, and it just keeps getting hit. And I keep getting new followers just because of that one comment that I left on somebody else's post. So, like, unless you're Elon Musk, you're Cat Turd, or you're one of these other handful of Laura Loomer, or some of these popular people that get tons of views, because the algorithm pushes their shit to your feed. And they even if you follow people that have low follower counts, the algorithm won't even put your stuff in their feed, even though they follow you. So, the way to grow your X account is comment profusely on other people's shit And so what I'm going to do is basically set up a bot that I can pre-populate with a bunch of funny-ass memes. And every time I download 10 new funny memes, I can just go bang, 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 put them all in, schedule them, so that they just show up 4 or 5 times a day. And so my feed will actually keep having stuff show up on it, but nobody's going to see it. You'll be able to go down my feed with all these memes, and if it shows you the analytics of how many people even see it, it'll be like 10 people saw it, it got 2 likes. 12 people saw this one, got 1 like. That's all you're going to see going down my feed for months. But if I can manipulate that shit by commenting on other people's stuff to where those comments become popular and reshared, and I can get my subscriber count up to 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 and beyond, then I can use X as a way to get people to come to YouTube and watch the stuff here. I can start putting up these short dumbass TikTok videos for those shortest attention span retards. Put that on. I could change my Instagram account to that instead of my photography. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of, like, what do I do? Because I don't want to work anymore. I don't, like, why the fuck do I want to work for a living when people can play video games on YouTube and make $200,000 a year? Like, hello? Like, what the fuck? What am I doing? I'm definitely going down the wrong path trying to make an honest income when a girl can go on OnlyFans and show pictures of her titties, start making $60,000 a month. Just like, she don't even have to show her vagina to get $50,000-$60,000 a month from the simps, and then she can take all the simps. She can start a YouTube channel, start making $30,000 a month from YouTube because all the simps come to watch her in a fucking bikini, and then they, in turn, the ones that find her on YouTube, go to the OnlyFans and pay more to see her tits. You know, if I could sell my tits and a vagina, I'd be doing that. I'd already be doing it. I'd already be making $50,000 a month. Hey, go check out my vagina. $50,000 a month for sure. I'd be living in a nice house. I'd have nice whips. I'd have it all. Why? Who cares? Here's my pussy and my tits. Pay me. So, but dick doesn't have that kind of pull. It doesn't work like that. So, I probably wouldn't even be able to. I probably make more money on YouTube than I would selling pictures of my cock. So that's out. But there's got to be something. If somebody can make $200,000 a month playing video games and having people, like, I'll just get a fucking Xbox. I'll sit around playing Grand Theft Auto when that Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. I'll have people watch me play that. And if I can make $100,000 a month playing video games, bye. I'm done. I'm not fucking gonna work. I'm not gonna have a fucking job anyway. You kidding me? That's some fucking bullshit right there. So I'm just trying to figure it all out. And with that, I'm just gonna say peace out for now.